In this video, I will show you how to replace the center console smart key antenna in a 4th generation Kia Sportage. The center console smart key antenna is located behind the front console tray, so you will have to remove this tray to access the antenna. If your vehicle is showing a key not detected message even when the smart key is inside the vehicle, the problem might be with the center console smart key antenna. This antenna detects the presence of your smart key fob and allows the vehicle to start when the key is nearby. If it is faulty or disconnected, the car may not recognize your key properly. If the smart entry system is working in your vehicle, you can unlock the vehicle by pressing the button on the door and also unlock the liftgate by pressing the button on the liftgate, but you are getting key not detected warning when starting the engine. There's a high chance that the center console antenna is faulty. There is actually another smart key antenna inside the vehicle, located under the rear seats. Place your key fob on the rear seat and then try to start the engine. If the vehicle detects the key at this location and starts the engine, then it proves that there is something wrong with the front console antenna and may have to be replaced. First, engage the parking brake and disconnect the negative terminal of the battery for safety reasons. To access the tray, you will have to remove the center console upper cover and the gear knob. Before removing the gear knob, move the gear shifter to neutral position. You can actually move the gear shifter out of park and into neutral without starting the engine. Use a flathead screwdriver to remove this plastic cap labeled as shift lock release near the shifter. Then press the giant white button inside and move the shifter to neutral position. Next, focus on the base of the gear shift boot. It is secured to the center console with several retaining clips. Using a plastic trim removal tool, gently pry around the edges of the boot to release these clips one by one. Be patient and avoid using metal tools, as they can leave marks or damage the console surface. Once the boot is free, grip the knob firmly with both hands and pull it straight upward. It is held in place by internal clips, so it may take a bit of force before it comes off. Next, you will have to remove the center console upper cover. Start by getting a firm grip on the console panel near the armrest area. Gently pull upward. You will hear the retaining clips releasing as you go. Work your way forward along both sides of the panel, carefully lifting it section by section until it is completely loose. Once the cover is loose, lift it up and you will see a wiring harness attached underneath. There is no need to unplug this connector. Instead, grab a soft microfiber cloth and lay it over the center armrest. This protects the plastic from getting scratched while you continue working. Now that the upper console cover is removed, the next step is to take out the front console tray to access the smart key antenna located behind it. You will see 2 screws on the tray. Remove both screws using a Phillips head screwdriver. Once the screws are out, grip the tray firmly and pull it upward to release the clips. Once it's free, set it aside. Now that the front console tray is out of the way, you can clearly see the smart key antenna mounted just behind it. The antenna is a small rectangular module held in place by 2 nuts and connected with a wiring harness. Start by disconnecting the connector. Press the locking tab and pull it straight back to unplug it. The connector for the antenna is clipped into the metal bracket behind the antenna. You can try sliding the connector out of its plastic holder. I was unable to get it off, so I will be removing the metal bracket. The bracket is held in place by 2 nuts at the top. Use a 10mm socket wrench to remove the 2 nuts securing the metal bracket. Then carefully slide the bracket out of its mounting studs. Flip the metal bracket over and you will see the clip that is holding the connector in place. Use a pair of needle nose pliers to release the clip. Once the wiring harness is free, use a 10mm socket to remove the 2 nuts securing the antenna to the metal bracket. Once the nuts are off, carefully slide the antenna module out of its mounting studs. Here is a close-up of the antenna. This is the part number. Now position your new antenna module in the same location, aligning it with the mounting studs on the metal bracket. Once it's properly seated, reinstall the 2 nuts you removed earlier. Also, reattach the clip on the back of the connector. Tighten the nuts with a 10mm socket wrench. Make sure they are tight, but do not over-tighten, as it can damage the plastic housing. Slide the metal bracket back onto its mounting studs, then reinstall both the nuts. Thread them in by hand first, then tighten them down with a ratchet. Next, reconnect the wiring connector to the new antenna. Push it in until you hear a click. Now reinstall the front console tray. Align the clips on the tray with the mounting holes on the console and lower it into position. Press it down gently until it sits flush with the console. Reinstall the tool screws you removed earlier. Next, reinstall the center console upper cover. Carefully position the upper cover over the console area, then press it down gently along the edges. You will hear the clips snapping back into place as the cover locks in. Make sure the panel sits flush and there are no gaps. Now it's time to reinstall the gear knob and shift boot. Take the gear knob and push it straight down onto the shifter shaft until it snaps into place. Give it a gentle wiggle to ensure it's fully seated and locked in by the internal clips. Once the knob is in place, push the boot base back into the console opening. Press evenly around the edges until all the retaining clips snap into place and the boot sits flush with the console. Move the gear shifter to park position and reconnect the negative terminal of the battery. With the smart key fob in the vehicle, press the engine start button. The car should detect the key, allowing the engine to start without any warning messages. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Reassembly for more DIY car repair videos. Thanks for watching.